Hey, it's Chris Beyer.
Chris Bowling.
Good morning,
Happy
CB.
Friday.
Thank you. Thank you. We've got a great guest with us today, Rachel Krack from Lynco. I wanted to get her introduced and allow her to share a little bit about her background, her company, and what they're doing at Lynco. So, Rachel, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So tell us a little bit about who you are and your background. I know you're running the HR team for Lynco Products, but
Yep.
yeah, a little of your background, how you maybe got into that role.
Yeah, so I've been the HR manager here for 6 years. I've been with the company for almost eight. It'll be 8 in April. I graduated from Western Illinois University. I went to QC location, got my bachelor's of business there back in 2018. I also coach club volleyball here in the Quad Cities. I'm going on my 8th season now. I think my love for coaching and HR kind of go hand in hand.
Yes.
Obviously, there's no greater satisfaction than watching someone improve, succeed,
Well said.
something that you've done. So I try to instill the value and leadership that I have with coaching and in HR kind of in my daily life.
I love it.
That's awesome. And that's evident too. I mean, certainly as you're interacting with your team, you can just tell you're helping people be better employees, be better people. And I think that's a key component of it. So let's talk a little bit about Lynco and what makes you unique. You're not that old of a company, and you're all over the United States, but people probably don't know what you do if they're on an average day because you're kind of behind the scenes. So your distribution.
Yeah, so we're a distribution company. We focus on the travel center, convenience center, and other retail markets. We currently have over 30 private label brands, along with an extensive offering of other well-known national brands.
Yes.
We also have unmatched marketing capabilities. Our marketing department is phenomenal.
Yes.
As for, I guess, something that would probably set us apart, it would definitely probably be our employees. We have phenomenal employees. We have a super talented team that's here in-house in both of our locations here in Milan and Rock Island, as well as our sales team out in the field. They have the industry knowledge that allows us to excel and be successful in all of our markets.
Yeah. Now, and it's cool. I mean, as Chris and I are traveling, across the country for different meetings or we're taking vacation, it's, now knowing what Lynco does, you stop, you take a look at the travel center and you're like, hey, there's their brand, or that entire shelf was put together with the marketing mind in play to say, this is how we're going to sell hats or sell radios, or we're going to sell phone chargers. I mean, it's crazy when you really think of how much goes into that strategy of how to sell it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Chris, I know you've got a couple of questions more about their employees and like the culture and maybe why they come and work at Lynco, but I'll let you take over for a few.
Yeah. So Rachel, no different than probably all of us. It's difficult to attract new talent. It's hard to hold on to that talent. So what are you doing in your department and as a company to hold on to the talent you have, and then what kind of positions are open today?
Sure. Yeah. So obviously HR plays a major role in all of that in terms of recruiting and retention. So I think one of the super awesome things about us is we have very unique growth opportunities. I always like to use myself as that example. So when I first started back in 2015, I was actually a senior in high school. Within about a year and a half, I grew into the HR department. Our president, co-founder, basically found out that I was going to school for HR and that I had a heavy interest in it, and said, hey, we have an opportunity here for you to learn hands-on. Is it something you want to do? And I said, absolutely. So that's how I got into this role. That's kind of back to that first question.
Yeah.
So we like to do that with a lot of our internal candidates, I guess we pull from our internal candidates there. We also, I think we're in a pretty unique market here in the Quad Cities. There's no, we do have other supply chain companies obviously around. We've got the majority of them here in Milan, I feel like, but our markets that we serve, I feel, are extremely unique. And so that kind of provides us a little bit of oh, I didn't know that you guys did that when we get people coming in for interviews. So I think that's great. As far as culture goes, everybody always, the interviewers, when they come in, the interviewees, they come in and they say, what's your favorite part about working here at Lynco? And honestly, I think it's probably a pretty cliche answer for an HR person, but my favorite thing is the people. I love my coworkers. I've been here for 8 years. I've got to hire a lot of the people that work here, so
Yes.
I know a lot of background knowledge on them. But I think our employees and our culture just go hand in hand, because it's my favorite part about working here.
No, and you've grown significantly. I mean, over the
Yeah.
last couple of years, adding a ton of employees, adding new locations, continuing to grow your capacity to take care of stuff. But you haven't lost that same focus on people, which
Yes.
that's a tough balance in HR, to say we have so much going on that we still want to take care of our team, but at the same time we're so big that maybe we lose that. And I don't feel that that's the case for you.
Right. Yes. And so I think Chris had asked what kind of openings we have right
Yes.
now. So
Yeah,
we're
absolutely.
obviously always looking for great talent. We have resumes. We just kind of have random postings out on our website that say, hey, send us in your resume if you're looking. We actually have gotten quite a few employees from that maybe we hadn't had a set position,
Yeah.
but we saw what their skill set looked like and kind of fit them into where they could work with our team. We always have openings for sales reps. Like you said, we're growing. We have grown exponentially. And then our operations team is always growing as our sales team grows and sells more in the field. We need more on the
They have people
operations
behind
side
it.
to help get those orders
Yeah.
out. But yeah.
What's the website that someone can go to?
Yeah, lyncoproducts.com/careers.
All right. We'll be sure to feature that in our posts during the week as well.
Wonderful.
So as we get a little bit closer to wrapping up, we always like to ask our guests on In Focus if you have like a philosophy or a quote that you operate on, either personally or in business. You
Yeah.
shared some good ideas already, and it's been good to get to know some of that already. But yeah, do you have something in mind that you want to leave us with?
Yeah, I actually, so it's a little cheesy. So I grew up loving Dr. Seuss.
Yes.
So there is one quote that I use to answer this question anytime anybody asks me. And it's, today you are youer than you are truer than true, and then there is no one alive that is youier than you.
Yes.
And I love the quote just because it's unique. It talks about everybody being unique. You are who you are. And obviously in HR, you work with a diverse variety of stakeholders, and everybody's unique. And that's part of HR, is you get to kind of manage around everybody's unique personality and who they are.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's good. That's a great point. Well, Rachel, we appreciate you spending some time with us in Focus. It's great to get to know you a little bit further and talk more about what's going on at Lynco. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Chris.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
And Chris.